Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Beans.
Coolio said beans.
What an amazing hero you are. You've killed a human.
Quoting from what, Mr. I've got sugar in my beard?
It's fine.
For labor?
Yeah.
That's a
flavor for
saver.
labor. Yeah.
I work with some people I wish they'd maybe not keep things in their beard.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's the good guys / bad guys / grim guys series. It's three separate series set in the same world called Veldrani. And it's a lit RPG, and the fucking quote unquote system is kind of snarky, and it will be like, oh, what an amazing hero you are. You've killed a human. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You've learned to walk. Now you can walk without falling down.
Wow.
Congratulations. What an amazing hero you are. You've learned to swim. Now you can swim without drowning. Yeah, so stuff like that.
Not for me, because I'd want to punch that fucking book like hard. Like fucking asshole.
Well, it's not talking to you. It's talking to the main character.
I'd want to punch it for the main character. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the main character's going, shoo, now I won't drown every time I need to cross the river. I mean,
it also makes me kind of think of the Land series, because the Land is kind of snarky also.
Aileron?
Yeah, Aileron. And Aileron, oftentimes, his main character will be like, world or universe, you're a dick.
Dude, I feel that because
Yeah.
I just have a little mantra to the universe I just said? Dear universe. I started out with Dear Jesus, but I was like, that's not the right way to say it in modern times.
Dear Jesus, baby Jesus.
Dear baby Jesus, as we eat this delicious KFC. Anyways, how
Bless
are you?
my son.
Right, bless
Walker,
my son and Texas Ranger.
And my other son, Texas Ranger. Yeah.
My partner hates Will Ferrell so hard.
Yeah.
But I love that movie not because of Will Ferrell, but because of John C. Reilly. Because we got the shake and the bake.
Shake and bake.
And
Anyway.
just like he got that crap. Just go to the light, baby. Go to the light. So we fell in love with each other here because I got to be with the winner. Anyways, we're not going all over Tropic Thunder. Not Tropic Thunder. Talladega Nights.
Completely different.
Tropic Thunder is epic. Just playing a dude, playing another dude.
Days of Thunder. That's the racing one. I was like, wait, Tropic?
Let me out of the car, Cole. Let me out of the car.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen Days of Thunder? The hell is wrong with you?
I mean, I'm not a real Tom Cruise fan, so I wasn't trying to watch a movie about people driving in circles.
Well, I'm not a super Tom Cruise fan either, but there are some that I like. Top Gun Maverick. Of course, I like Top Gun for Anthony Edwards. I'm so sorry what happened to you, Goose. I'm so sorry, sir. But Robert Duvall, R.I.P.
Speak to me, Goose. Yeah.
Talk to me, Mav. Talk to me, Mav. Michael Ironside's in there. It's just you dip below the line. Anyways, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I am doing great. The sun is shining. I got like my chores done.
The sun came out tomorrow.
The sun came out today. And it'll be out tomorrow and another, and yay.
I have to bust out my shorts.
Oh, God.
In fact, I think I'm going to start carrying my shorts in my backpack to work from now on. Yeah, it's about that time.
To bring forth your white legs, oh my God. Yeah, you need to start getting some color. Because, I mean, you do wear shorts about 10 months a year.
Yeah.
And it feels like this year, you've actually had pants on for like almost 4 months. The last 6 months, 4 months that you probably had shorts on.
Put my pants on
One leg at a
Sooner.
time, right?
I think I put my pants on sooner than what I normally do, and I've been wearing them longer than what I normally have.
And yeah, because I think you started wearing pants around Halloween, and it's usually like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving where you start wearing the pants again.
Yeah.
But I think it might have been before Halloween because we got a few like cold days.
Yeah.
And of course, I think it's also different with your health changes and everything that you have to be a little more cognizant right now.
Yeah, and I stopped wearing my leather jacket. And so with my current bear,
Put the cow to bed.
my bear jacket combination thing, the amount of air that flows through the jacket when I'm not wearing the windbreaker
Yeah.
is enough to where it's like, okay, I don't want to be wearing shorts
Right.
and this, and then have to put on my windbreaker on top of this.
I mean, if I was a dude, I wouldn't want to get my nether yayas too cold either because I wouldn't want to have to go home and figure out how to get my nuts back out of the inside of my body every day. Yeah, exactly. Where do I have to punch myself to make that happen? Plop. So cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows now that we're working. And those who don't know, if I forgot to text you, I'm sorry.
Computer working. It's a little flashback for you. Way back before my time, even.
Wow. What was before your time?
I mean, that was from the 60s or whatever.
Right. My favorite throwback is, shall we play a game? I like that when we talk about computers. Anyways.
Global thermonuclear war. No, about a nice game of chess. No, global thermonuclear war. Anyway.
Leave it up to a teenage boy to bring destruction upon the earth. Just saying. Anyways.
And that's only because there wasn't boobs.
Right.
He would have been distracted had it been the real internet.
Right. Well, I mean, technically, it was not, it was the internet we had at that time. It was a military internet.
Yeah.
The real internet didn't even get boobs on it until day number 2. So, hey.
Oh, I'm sure it had them on there even with the government.
Damn well somebody was sending 531-8008.
Yeah.
Somebody was. Well, anyways, so the cat's kind of out of the bag. Everybody knows that we don't have to rip our eyes out and sell our plasma for money anymore. We're getting, we have jobs where we're making enough to pay the bills, but we have more fun doing this.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, how do you celebrate success?
How do I celebrate success? I mean, I generally don't really.
Really?
I mean, I hardly ever celebrate anything. Usually, 9 times out of 10, if I'm celebrating something, it's because somebody else is celebrating, not me.
Okay.
Although, on occasion, somebody will want to celebrate for me or whatever, but 99 times out of 1, that doesn't happen. And I don't really care. So
obviously the struggle to find work was very real.
Mm-hmm.
So then how do you reward yourself if you're not celebrating that? Yes, I hit this milepost. I had this time off. I did some schooling that you're almost done with, like 98%, 94% ish of the way. So if you're not actually doing a self-celebration of some kind, what kind of a reward do you put out there? Okay, I am now working, so I'm going to reward myself with
Netflix. Oh, wait. I already had that. I haven't really. I mean, well, the things that I've done are kind of.
You don't see as rewards?
Not really, because like the only thing that I've done so far is just. I guess I've bought myself dinner.
Nice.
But.
I mean, I celebrated. I bought you coffee and lunch.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really a celebration. It was, I'm fucking lazy and I need to eat something. I don't want to cook, so I'll fucking buy myself dinner on the way home at the Safeway.
And you're like, yay me.
Yeah.
I earned this. I went and earned this money for this.
Yeah.
No.
Which for a while there, I was like, okay, I have to fucking cook this, and this.
Yeah. Which you still need to do anyways.
Yeah.
But you've given yourself a breath.
Yeah.
And, because it's I'm telling you, getting back into that workforce like that, it's hard and it's a struggle.
Yeah.
You know, you might laugh at me for going, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? There's so many people listening now. You might laugh at me because I'm like giddy about it. I'm like, yes, the 90th squirrel found us. Yay. I might be giddy like in that direction, but there's a bigger purpose in life, obviously. But in like 2 more weeks, when your dog ass tired, you might be like, all right, people, listen, this is Dagda speaking to you now. You guys need to get your shit together and get on the paid program. I understand. You might be like that. You don't know.
Nah. I will say they need to comment. Do they want to be referred to as squirrels or nuts?
Right. Well, I personally think they're squirrels that are nuts.
Yeah.
And those nuts are squirrely or
hairy nuts.
Oh my God.
Squirrely nuts.
Welcome to the Hairy Nuts Club.
Yeah.
For all you squirrels out there.
The squirrel nuts.
I said to somebody the other day, so I was teaching somebody at work how to basically do merchandising. Just kind of look at how to set up displays and how to have a better flow because, you know, they're young and they don't know how. And it was like, and it was good to hear them say, I feel accomplished. I feel good. I learned that. And now I kind of have this idea in my head. Mm-hmm. And because, you know, they're a cat of a different color, right? And and I said, well, you should be proud of yourself because you did a very good job and you acclimated and you understood and you found a way to think about this in your own way. They were like, yeah. And I was just like, and they were like the celebration was interesting because it was like, they were like, you would have thought they were playing chess and just won, you know, that really smart chess kid. Because they were like,
championship or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like they put their hands together in fists and they were like, yes, yes. And I just looked at them and I was like, that's squirrel. That's right, squirrel. This is your world. Get your nut. It's all good. And I'm really glad she didn't get her nut. But anyways, but so it made me think though that seeing that kind of a celebration, and I said to them, I was just like, is this how you celebrate success? And they had a very simple answer. I celebrate when I feel I'm successful. I celebrate myself with an extra hour of game time, or I celebrate by buying an extra bag of Chex Mix or like whatever. But like they celebrate everything. And that's okay. Like, I know for me, nobody's going to believe what I did to celebrate working again, which is a success.
Okay.
I bought 10 pairs of underwear.
Okay.
I hadn't bought any brand new. I have to buy underwear every year. Because I don't buy, like, so many people out there, like, let me tell you, so many people out there have 40, 50 pairs of underwear. I don't know how they do it. I'm like, that's just too much of a mess to keep a hold of. You literally need one for every day of the week, one for an emergency, one to go in a go bag, because you got to have at least one pair for an overnight go bag, right?
Yeah.
And then one spare. So you got to have at least 10 pairs.
I probably have 40, 50 pairs of underwear, but that's because I don't throw them away. I just buy new ones. So it's like, I probably should go through and audit my fucking drawer.
Right. Well,
same thing with my socks.
At the end of 2024, I bought 5 brand new pairs of underwear to celebrate walking away from an abusive workplace. With the moving and storage. And then I haven't bought any since. And I was just like, well, and as I'm getting older and my digestion's changing, I've laughed about, I've literally blew a hole in underpants. But then it was just like, I have 4 pairs of underwear left. So yeah. I had to buy some. But that's how I celebrate. Like, I bought 2 new shirts and I bought some new underpants and I need to get some pants so I can have some clothes to work with because I'm getting tired of doing laundry all the time. Yeah,
I need to buy new shoes soon.
Yeah.
I'll probably do that with my next paycheck. But I always consider buying like a pair of custom fit boots.
Yeah.
But those are like $500, $800. But they last a real long time. And if you get the right kind, you can get them resold and stuff. And that's usually what fails on them.
Yeah.
Well, it's the main wear point.
See,
So
I feel like every year, at least once a year, and there's going to be people out there who maybe think like once a week, once a day, once a month. I don't know. But I feel like once a year, if you are not in jail for murder, because there's so many idiotas out there, I feel like you should celebrate not killing another human. I think you should celebrate.
shit, I should be celebrated every fucking day for not murdering people.
Well, right now you're using the public transit system, so it's kind of hard not to run into knuckleheads and want to bash their brains together. Yeah, it's insane. But I was wondering how you do celebrate successes, because do you recognize your successes?
Occasionally, I think.
Because you understand it's a really big deal, because so I did not work for 15 months. You did not work. I mean, yes, you were helping your uncle at his toy shop, right? You're helping him. That's not the same as working.
Yeah.
And so you did not work for 18 months.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
And so for me, that is a cause for celebration, because there's, you were entering back into the job market literally at one of its busiest points. Literally, the start of the year is a very busy point. Employers are getting rid of all their, I had to keep you for the winter. You little shiesty little bitch, get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, because I wondered for a little bit. I didn't understand for a little bit why you weren't getting the job offers pouring in. Once I put my name back out there, it happened at the right. It finally, I put my name out there, nothing happened for a very long time, and then boom, it did.
Yeah.
And when it did, it wasn't just like one or two people wanted to talk to me. It was several people. And I was just like, well, this doesn't make any sense, because we've worked together for so long. Why aren't you getting the calls? And I'm not going to say, but I keep getting emails from, right? Yeah. Redacted. And let me tell you what, there are some days where I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should, but I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I had to look at the fact that we specialized, even though we both can do the same thing. Right. So if you look at the infinity loop, like customer service heavy and production work, or customer service heavy, inventory production work, and you're more inventory production work, customer service. So we overlap differently. And because I was like, there's nothing wrong with Dagda. Dagda is a really good, you're reliable. You don't miss, you have never, it's been a long time since you've missed any time at work.
Yeah. And I don't think, I've never missed a day because I was being lazy or something.
You've literally only missed days that I'm aware of in the last 15 years for medical reasons.
Yeah. And legit medical reasons, not me.
I stubbed my toe.
Yeah. And even timeliness, being late or anything like that.
Yeah.
The last time I was late for work, it was because I was getting a ride with my roommate at the time. And he fucking would consistently try to get to work exactly on time.
Oh my God. That's late in my book.
And knowing that traffic is what it is, you can't realistically try to push it, at least not in this area where it can be fucking very inconsistent.
Not living this close to the military base.
Yeah, and so after being late 3 times because he was trying to push it to fucking being there at exactly on time, I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm not riding with you to work anymore. I'm just going to ride the bus and fuck it. I'll get there early. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just when you and I, so when I moved back into this neighborhood, happily and luckily and blessedly, and it was just hey, dummy, we live 4 blocks apart. Is it 4? Yeah, 1. Yeah, it's 4 blocks apart.
Yeah, it's
basically
4, maybe 5.
Maybe 5 if you go up an extra block. I don't know, if you take the quick way, it's 4. If you go up, it's 5.
Yeah.
But anyways, even then, you and I were always on the same page about getting there at a certain time. And then we had that one day where traffic sucked. And remember, we called Mama D and it was just like shit, but we still got there 7 minutes. We got there 3 minutes late, but 7 minutes with an open and still got it done.
Yeah.
And it was like from then on, we were like, fuck it, we're gonna go early. We're gonna leave earlier. And we left earlier because it wasn't the way I look at work days. I don't schedule anything else to be done on those days.
Yeah.
If I need to schedule something, it's 1 hour. And I'm very, very particular with 1, who I'll schedule it with, 2, the time I schedule it with.
Yeah.
And I will tell everybody the same thing. At this time, I'm done no matter what, because I have a routine for work. I like to get into work a few minutes early, kind of get a vibe for the day, see how everybody's doing. Hey, how you doing, Miss Jane? How you doing, Mr. John? Like, I like to do that. I just kind of like to get a quick look around and get a feel, because it lets me know what kind of day I'm going to have. And then I'll go up and talk to my boss and be like, okay, what's on the register for the day? Yeah. You can't be in management without giving up a few minutes of your time every week if you want to be successful. Yeah. And I say that because if you sit there and say, I'm not doing shit until this exact moment, you're already behind for the day. Yeah. So if you take it as investing in yourself, investing time in yourself and what you're doing, that I'm investing this camaraderie with, because it's not just subordinates, you know what I mean? It's not just boss and employees or supervisor and supervisees. It's not that. It's more than that. You first and foremost have to be a team player. Yeah. So it is you checking in with your team. I am here to help you. Think about if you need something, let me know. I'm going to check with the big boss, see what they need from me, and we're going to figure out how to get it done for you. Yeah. And it's a passion for me that on time is late. Yeah. I can't. It's a little bit different for like where you work. You have a certain start time. It's totally different because it's just like there is only so early you can get into your building.
Yeah, if I had the keys and I could fucking let myself in, and like deactivate the alarm and all that, I would fucking show up like an hour early for work. Oh, because I don't like to feel rushed when I'm trying to get ready for work. Yeah. I mean, once I get there and like am trying to set stuff up. So I would prefer to be able to get there when I get there, go to the bathroom, set myself up for what I need to do for the day, and then relax for a bit. Yeah. Then be like, oh shit, the boss isn't even here yet. I have to wait for them to even go fucking sign in. Yeah. Because that has happened once so far. But usually they're there around the time because I get there like somewhere between 5 minutes early and 5 minutes late because the way it is, either I'm going to be there an hour early or I'm going to be there almost exactly on time, depending upon the bus. Yeah. And that kind of stresses me a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it is something that's constantly in my head. Saturdays, the bus schedule is just fucked for me, so I have to get Uber or something. Yeah. To go to work. On the way home, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And so like this last Saturday was the second time, and I wasn't sure exactly the timing of it, right? Because it's only like a 10-minute car ride, 5 minutes, something like that, somewhere in between there. And then you don't know when they're going to show up or whatever. So anyway, I was there, like almost a half hour early. Uh-huh. And so then I'm sitting there waiting for a half hour. Fortunately, one of my other coworkers got there before me even, and they were just sitting there waiting. And so sit there and spoke for a while. And then a second coworker got there and we chatted, and then finally the boss showed up. She was still like 15 minutes early. Right. So it wasn't like, oh my God, why are we waiting for the fucking boss? She was 15 minutes early to open. Well, not to open, to let us in, because we show up like 3 hours before they open or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like when we were working at the other place for a while there, I was getting to work 2 hours before we started. Well, before I was supposed to start. And part of that was because of the situation going on at the time.
Yeah.
Like at that time, the boss couldn't drive. So I was given the corporate vehicle and I'd go to work, start doing my job. Then after about 3 hours, he would call me and say, okay, I'm ready. And then I'd go drive and pick him up.
Yeah.
And then drive him around to do his stuff all day. And then I'd drive him home. And then I'd come back to work and work for another hour or two to try and make sure that I got all my stuff done. So once I got in the kind of habit of doing that, I continued to show up for work early because I didn't know what was going to happen. So just to make sure. And then also like being at work by myself, it was very relaxing. There was nobody else fucking trying, hey, Dagda, what do we need to do with this? Hey, I need this, blah, 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 blah. And so I could just fucking do my shit.
And it was even better once I was there because after I got used to what routine you were doing, I'd be just like, half the time I'd be like, I'm not going to make you drag these products to the back just for me to have to fucking do this anyway. This will stay with me. I'll get it organized for you. You go do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's always, once you get your routine down at your new job, though, I think you'll be fine. It's just a matter of, you know, like maybe just call for your Uber at like, you should be able to schedule your pickup times.
Yes, you can do that. I've not messed with any of that yet, but.
And so what's it costing you to Lyft to work or Uber to work?
It's like, it's like $16 altogether. Without tip, it's like $16. The first time I did it, I had already walked to the bus, which is like a 20-minute walk from here. So it was like $5 less.
So maybe that's how you reward yourself is you Lyft to work on Saturdays until you have another car.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be how you celebrate your successes. I mean, it's costing you like basically 1 hour of your work time.
Yeah.
But you don't, first of all, you get to save your legs for the last, like for me, I don't know about you, but for me, my last work day of the week, my legs are tired, my knees are tired, my back's tired, everything's tired. And it's just like, can't we just fucking get through this 8 hours, please?
Yeah.
And, you know, and it is because of what I do to pitch in and fill in the blank space, baby. But yeah, I mean, celebrating success is different for everybody.
I think I don't really think about celebrating so much because I live a lifestyle where I fucking do what I want.
Sure.
I don't have kids. I don't have a significant other. So I don't have a bunch of other people with rights to my time, let's say.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't also have a bunch of extraneous bills. So basically when I feel like getting something, I get it. Usually, I mean, there are limits. Obviously, I'm not fucking filthy rich, so I'm not out buying boats and houses.
I know. I'm not going to
shit.
lie. I was kind of surprised when you got a Fitbit, and I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't even got a job. Why are you getting a Fitbit?
Yeah.
But
It was the cheap one, and it was on sale, so it was like $75.
But I understand why for health reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
And that makes sense because I'm not like, my idea of celebration is to like go grab something to eat. That's just kind of what we do in this house. That's how that's how we say congratulations, because it used to be like a big deal. Like we'd not get dressed up, but we'd go out somewhere and eat. And I'm just like, you know what? I have to deal with the public enough. I don't want to first of all, I don't want to run into any of my customers. And that's not saying anything about them. I mean, I've felt that way at every job I've been at.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I don't want to run into them and say I'm having an off moment.
I saw one of our old customers from the old place, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before last.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there in my buddy Marlon's car at Walmart, and he was there to like get pickup or whatever. And this dude comes walking out, and I'm like, I know that guy. And fucking, he was parked almost directly across from us. And so he looks over and he sees me. And I'm just looking like...
Is he one of the jerks?
He was one of the kind of special customers.
So very special.
Yeah. He was far from the most problematic customer, but he was also not the best customer.
Yeah.
One of those ones that would try to manipulate stuff. But anyway, I'll tell you off mic.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But yeah, he looked over and I'm pretty sure he recognized me. And I just impassively was like, just looking ahead. I told Marlon, I was like, I know that guy.
Well, right. Well, so that's so funny because at my shop, at my new shop, I actually saw somebody that I recognized from the old shop, and same situation. Not one of the great ones, not a bad one, but it was just like, he acted like he knew me. I acted like I didn't know nothing about him.
Yeah.
So I saw him one day, and of course I feel bad because he's nonverbal. So he's all sign. But like, we had a cashier call out. So I had one cashier. They had just gone to lunch. I had 17. I'm not kidding. This is not an exaggeration. I had 17 people in my snake line to check out. He wanted me to stop everything to go help him with something. And I said, you need to wait, and pointed to everybody. And I said, sorry. And he waited. But I didn't help him. I made my cashier help him when they got back. Yeah. But, I just acted like I didn't know who he was. But I'm not kidding when I say I had 17 people in my line because another manager came up and said, why didn't you call for help? And I'm like, I did call for help. You're just now getting to me. Oh, that's right. That's why I came up here. Yeah, bitch, I called for you 12 minutes ago. Yeah. But in our house, how we celebrate success is we usually treat each other to like a dinner or whatever. Yeah. And my
partner. Zuma.
Nah, we don't go out there. Although I'll tell you what. So yesterday,
the arroz con pollo is the best ever.
As long as it doesn't have steel wool, sure.
Yeah, that did happen that one time. Yeah.
So I said to my partner, I said it was a hard 2 weeks. I said because I did a six on, 1 off, 6 on, 2 off.
Yeah.
And I said to him, and which is that's really difficult when you haven't worked a whole lot. Like, yeah. I mean, I am super grateful. My boss knows I can work 5 or 6 days a week if I need, but I am super grateful. I'm only working 4 to 5 days a week right now. I'm not committed to 6 days a week every single week. Yeah. One of my co-manager thinks the boss hates her, which I wouldn't say hate's not the word I would use, but the other co-managers would use. I would say that the boss has a very strong opinion about their abilities. And the person had actually confessed to me. She'd confessed to me. She's like, I got to be honest. She goes, I've been thinking about this situation with this person who quit. And I was like, okay, because I'm done hashing it and rehashing it. I'm done. I'm over it. And so she tells me, and this is right before the person quit. And she said, I was thinking about it. And she goes, some people can't go from being just your average daily worker to being in management and then going back into being an average daily worker. And
I kind of get that.
I get that too. But she goes, I'm one of those people. And I said, I'm sorry, what? And she said, I was here for X amount of years. I left the company and I could not stand having no control over my department. She goes, I have to have control of everything in my life. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, control is nice, but you work at a company where your sole job is to make sure you're supervising the people to do exactly what the boss wants. You're not the manager. You're not making the decisions. Yeah. Well, kind of turns out she's been making decisions behind the manager's back. So now that she's come back and the manager's like, oh, really? Really? So this assistant manager, see there's a word here people have to understand. Yeah. Because if you are not the manager, you're the underling, period. It doesn't matter if you are the cashier. It does not matter if you're production. It doesn't matter if you're the stalker or it doesn't matter. You are an underling. And you cannot sit there and say, well, my opinion is this and my opinion matters. I ran into a situation on Saturday where a worker said to me, hey, Jen, this is what I'm thinking and I'd like to do because okay, why do you want to do that? Did Big Boss set this up before? Well, I've been here this long. This is what they said. I've been here this long. And my understanding from other people and they pointed right to a workstation of Mr. Cat Urine, told me that Mr. Lazy Ass is the one who set it up that way. And it wastes a lot of space. And I said, oh. I said, so what do you think is going to work better? Well, I think, and they explained to me why they thought what was going to work better. And I said, okay, well, here's the thing. I was like, I'm the newest assistant manager here. My opinion is you've given me a valid reasoning for wanting to remove that cardboard workstation out of there and put it in here. I said, however, because I don't know the history of the company, I suggest we wait for the other assistant manager to put their 2 cents in. Because although you've given me a valid explanation as to why you'd like to do ABC, I'm not going to be the one to go across the big boss. And you can't tell me definitively, you cannot give me any definition of the big boss said they don't care.
Yeah.
All you're telling me is rumor, and I don't deal with rumor.
Yeah.
And they appreciated that, and they said that's fair. But when they explained it to the other assistant manager, it was, Jen agrees with me. And I'm like, and I made sure that the other assistant manager knew that although they gave me sound logic, I agree with what the big boss wants. So all that happened. We get to Sunday, and I said to my partner, if you drive, I will buy you California breakfast burrito. Because I'd been up. I'd
Burritos,
crashed.
California.
Oh my God, yes.
It's a pretty good place.
Yeah, I had gone to bed. I tried to go to bed at like 10:30. I could not. I ended up fucking doom scrolling here in the office. I actually did a little bit of work, and I'm like, okay, if I'm awake, I'm going to do some work. And I got bored really quick. And I'm like, I gotta do more of this on Pixabay and Canva before I can finish doing this on Facebook. I'm gonna go. Oh, what's that song? I just want to know all the words to that one song I keep hearing at work because it's on a set replay. And so I go look that up, and I'm like, oh. And then it led to and next thing I know, it's 2:41 in the morning. I'm fucking doom scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So by the time I go into bed to go to bed, my partner splayed out like somebody getting ready to get flayed. And I'm like, I'm trying to come to bed. I'm trying to come to bed. Move. I got to go to bed and lay on I'm not a little person. So laying on the very edge of my queen size bed and I just got mad because I fell asleep for like a half hour, but I woke up because I started falling off the bed. So I got back up until they got up. And once they got up, I was like, I mean mugged him. I'm such a bitch. I mean mugged him. I'm like, I'm going back to bed. What? Why? I didn't sleep last night. I'm going back to bed. I went back to bed and I slept. And I mean, I slept so hard that when I got up and I was just like, okay, I'm like, my brain instantly goes, these are the things I need to get done. And he'd already done them. He'd already been out and done his shopping shit. It was great. So I was just like,
nice.
So I'm like, why are you sitting there looking like that? I didn't sleep that long. It's not even 11. Oh, my inner child's mad because I didn't go get chicken and JoJo's. I'm like, it was a disaster the last time you had chicken and JoJo's 2 days in a row.
It was an ass disaster.
It was astoundingly disastrous. So I was just like, oh, well, if you want to drive, we can celebrate that I got this done and to say thank you for taking care of everything. It'll be my way of saying thank you. I'll buy it because this is my biggest paycheck that I've gotten since going back to work.
Yeah. And
so I have an extra X amount of dollars that I wasn't intending on having.
Yeah.
Which is fucking nice, right?
Yes.
And right? Yeah. And no, if you want to drive, nope. I said, listen, here's my rules for Sunday. I ain't putting a bra on. I ain't putting socks on.
Me either.
I will put a hoodie on. I will grab my debit card and I will slip shoes on with no socks. And I will buy you whatever you want from Burritos, California within reason. I want a breakfast burrito. He hemmed and hawed for like an hour and a half before he was like, I was going to say, and I'm in here trying to work. And I was just like, shit. I'm like, okay, but just a minute. So we celebrated me not killing anybody. And we celebrated my store winning our company-wide competition.
Nice.
So that's how we celebrate in this house. We eat food. That's why we're not fucking skinny.
Yeah,
That's why we jiggle in places we don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. Occasionally, no. Usually, if anything like that is happening, it's because somebody else is like, hey, let's go celebrate this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. I guess the closest thing that I come to doing things like that, like buying myself something to celebrate or anything like that, is like maybe buying a video game. But like I was saying before, I just fucking buy stuff when I want it for the most part. I mean, obviously within reasons. I'm not fucking Bill Gates or anything like that.
You're not Victor Von Doom?
Yeah.
You're not Anthony Stark?
Not even close.
You're not Reed Richards?
You
might be Reed Richards. He was poor broke.
I'm like Reed Richards' poor fucking dumb brother. Because that dude is super smart. I'm nowhere near.
So you're like
smart.
Groot. I got nothing. I have nothing, but I'm cool.
Give me some dirt and some light, and I'm happy.
Right. Well, I know that's how I celebrate things for you. Is I try to. We've always done that positive affirmation.
Yeah, I
for
think
each
you
other.
celebrate stuff for me more than I celebrate anything for anybody.
It's really sad. It's we kind of have this because I know the day's getting long and we got to wrap up.
Yeah.
But I celebrate because, and I'll tell you why. One of the hardest things about going back to work was not working for Mama D. Knowing, because we so sadly lost him, Chuck wasn't going to be there to make my day better.
Yeah.
So, it's one of the reasons why the things that to most people wouldn't matter to me. And it's why I want to celebrate little things, because it's just like, you didn't kill anybody this week. Congratulations. That's awesome. Because I will tell you what, when you look at the world right now, people aren't hesitating anymore.
Yeah.
Like literally, no joke, not even 4 miles from here, 2 women got into an argument with a stranger, and one of them shot in critical condition, the other one was shot dead. And that's all that I could find on the redacted files,
Yeah.
So, but it was really, that was probably the hardest part for me going back, is Mama D wasn't coming in to take care of banking stuff. And I knew no matter how, I was very spoiled. 15 years of having this lovable person who you would just look at like a big brother or another dad, or just even, just another cool best friend. He had such a unique way of looking at life, and he had such a unique way of making me feel important on the days where I didn't. So having that removed was almost as difficult as going there, like going to kindergarten for the first time with no friends because you weren't there. And I remember telling my partner, I'm just like, I've worked with Dagda for so long. It just feels unnatural that he's not there. So anyways, I celebrate for everybody because I don't know when my last celebration is going to be.
True.
And
it's right now, motherfucker.
Don't say that. For fuck's sake, if you curse me, I swear to Jesus, I will haunt you forever. I will figure out ghost to ghost communications and haunt you forever. Be like, oh, you want to talk to Stephen Hawking? Nope. Nikola Tesla? Nope. Edison? No.
Pull up a seat, Stephen. Oh, I see you blocked your own. Anyways. That was awkward.
That was very awkward. Anyways, I was just kind of wondering how you celebrate, but you celebrate yourself. You don't celebrate. But
I look in the mirror and say, oh my God, you're amazing.
Oh God, George Takei. Oh my Lord. It doesn't sound like you necessarily celebrate, because you treat yourself as you feel you deserve, when you deserve, and when you can put it in the budget.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the rest of us spoil you rotten, because somebody's the golden child, which is good, because I don't. Yeah. It's kind of, you were raised in a different environment from us, so I was not raised with participation awards or anything like that. Neither were you.
Yeah, no.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. We don't have participation awards, but you didn't kill anybody this week. Let me buy you coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So anyways, that's how I celebrate, is with food. It sounds like you pretty much start doing the same thing when you do celebrate, because we're taking you out and we're doing coffee or whatever. And
yeah.
Maybe do a little Irish jig. I didn't go to jail this week. Blah, 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 blah.
I got away with it because there were no kids.
Anyways, I hope you guys figure out what way you celebrate and know however you celebrate, as long as it does no harm to other humans or animals. That's the way you should celebrate if it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Just don't become a gooner over it.
Oh, Jesus.
Have a great day, you guys.
Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.